If you can hear the sigh in my voice, if you can hear the bass in my voice, you are now tuned into yet another amazing episode of Jess Finesse Presents. Happy Friday. It is another Friday in this wretched, with a D, let me articulate, let them know I went to school, let them know I speak English, wretched country. But despite the wretchedness, I'm in a good mood today because I'm seeing a fine face next to me. You know, beautiful women, they excite me, they make me happy. Women that are well-traveled, well-educated, and representing our country. Even though the country's nonsense, the people that represent it, some of them are good. All right? Sitting to my... so technically, she to my left, but I don't know how it's going to look on the camera. Bless, you know the direction it looked like. But sitting to my left, I have somebody who... She can actually say she's the most beautiful girl in the world because she's actually been titled and crowned such. Ayo, you need to do gunshots for me. You need to do drum roll. Come on. Boom, 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 boom. Booyaka, booyaka. Nyeka, welcome to Jess Finesse Presents.
Hi. Hello, that was the squeakiest hi I've ever heard in my life.
Girl, you're not on the stage. You don't have to do...
Oh my God. First of all,
Come
this
on.
country is not the most wretched. Before I even introduce myself, this is a very powerful country, the giants of Africa. We have the best...
The best one.
People.
Okay. I'll give you that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. We have the smartest people.
I'm going to give you half finger. So, you know, I'm going to give you half. So 1.5.
We have oil.
Girl, we don't even benefit from the oil.
Tell me, we have me. And I am a gem.
I will give you that. A for self-confidence.
I think obviously there's bad sides to every country. I think there's bad sides to the countries that you would say is the best country as well.
Facts.
And I would talk about it just as wretched as you would talk about Nigeria. I mean, I agree with you. There's problems with our country, but then I am very happy to embrace the good things. And yeah, I love this country. I'm not going to lie. Even though I agree with you, there is problems. I love the country to death. If someone said they would give me a British passport for me to throw away my Nigerian passport, I would rather die. Kill me. I'll keep this passport.
Please give me the British passport.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentle people of the world, this is why this woman won for Miss World and represented our damn country. Okay? See Media Trend Dancer.
I think it's not just me. Like 90% of the people that I know would rather actually keep the Nigerian passport.
Then it depends on the people that you know. It do.
How would you actually, like, do you know how much, like, I feel like Nigerians, when they come out and say, I'm Nigerian, like, it's like a flex. Do you know what it is?
I used to think it was a flex. I don't think it's a flex anymore.
It is a flex. It's what? I'm Nigerian. Do you understand? They fear you. There's levels to that, you know?
I think, it's really awesome how you chose Nyeka to be the guest this week because most of the time when, you know, I had all the guests that have come on before you, they agree when I say this country trash. And now we have somebody here who can defend this country with her chest with due reason. Like, why would you want to represent a country that is wretched? Like, of course not. So I think it's interesting. And you holding it down. You know, they need to promote you to, you know, ambassador of the damn country so you can go and give us positive PR because our PR is in the mud right now. It's in the mud. Anyway, see, okay, this is how I want to start. I want to kind of know about your upbringing. You know, I want to know, the school your parents put you through. So maybe I can go and put my child so they too will win Miss World Nigeria. Maybe that's what I need to know. Maybe if I know, you know, the food they were giving you, I too can have a child that becomes a beauty queen, and represents whole countries in that nature.
Fun fact.
Okay, what's fun?
We have only 2. Okay, so I technically didn't win Miss World, but I did place as...
Girl, you went viral. That's just as important as winning.
Thank you. And like the 2 queens that have placed the highest in our country are from the same state, and we actually both went to the same school.
Stop.
Yes.
What state are you from?
River State, Port Harcourt, PHC.
Okay, so let's hear. Let's start from secondary school.
Okay. Oh, I went to Burton Montessori Primary School. So it's Burton is a school in Port Harcourt. And then I went to like 3 different high schools. So I went
Why 3? Don't tell me you was a bad kid.
I was a bad kid. I was trouble. No, actually, no.
Okay.
Well,
defend yourself.
I went to this all-girls school. It's called Our Lady of Fatima College because I couldn't, I was going to go to Adesoye College in Kwara State, but I couldn't go yet because I was too young when I graduated secondary school.
Okay, that one makes sense.
School.
Okay.
I was how old? I think I was, do you know the thing is I was 8 and I was turning 9 the next month when I took the common entrance exam thing. And I was
but
like,
you didn't need to cut off. That's not fair.
Either I was 8 or I was 9. I can't remember clearly. So I had to wait 1 more year. So my mom was like, instead of sitting at home, just go to Our Ladies of Fatima. Then I left that school because it was an interesting school. Then I
was you fighting with your classmates?
No, I didn't fight much. That's a lie. I did fight quite a lot
Keyword
in high school.
When someone says I didn't fight much, they fought a lot.
Okay, so why was the school interesting so interesting you had to leave?
Do you know this Lady Koi Koi story?
Yes, I've heard of it.
It was actually made from that school. I don't know how true it is. There was a lot of weird, like, people would say, oh, they're seeing stuff in the wall or in the room, weird stuff.
So you got scared and you bounced?
No, I was going to bounce. I was just there as a pace holder, I guess.
Oh, to like get to an age and then be able to go.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
And then I literally had to start again. And to be fair, I don't think I was actually paying any attention in schoolwork because I would literally go home every other day because I had dental issues, so I had to go for like medical checkups during that time.
Right.
And my mom would always come pick me because I used to cry like, mommy, and she would come pick me because I was a little baby. Yeah.
Are you what? Do you have siblings?
Yes, I do. I have 3 siblings. I'm the last of 4 children.
Okay, you were last, but okay. Context. All right, so you go to school number 2. What happens?
And then I'll go to school number 2. And I actually wasn't much of a troublemaker, to be fair. I was really quiet. And I'm strong. I'm a strong person. But then the thing is, I wouldn't insult you with my words. I wasn't necessarily more of a talk person. Like I wouldn't insult people, but people would always pick on me with their words. And the thing is, and maybe sometimes fight back.
So you do be fighting.
Not regularly. Honestly, it's very rare. I'm like, I think most people will agree with me that I'm probably one of the kindest persons you can find on planet Earth. But then the thing is, that was the only way that I could defend myself. It's like, because it was always having to go into that way because I wouldn't say anything. And it's like, it's so easy for people to bully the one person that wouldn't say anything back until they have something to like give back to you. And then they're like, oh, wait, okay, maybe we shouldn't.
Maybe you shouldn't have picked on her.
Yeah. So then I did end up doing that sometimes. And like, I think I had to leave the school because my siblings left and then I transferred to another school in Port Harcourt, Charlesdale Memorial International School, which is a really nice school that I graduated from. It's secondary school.
She didn't move again?
The secondary school of the high school of the primary school that I went to.
Okay, so you kind of went back to basics.
Yeah.
Okay, were any of these schools boarding schools?
All of them were boarding schools.
So you were a boarding school babe?
Yes.
Okay. So that means you're familiar with this lovely...
In my school, we didn't have all of this stuff.
Are you joking? Y'all didn't have provisions?
In my first school, we had provisions. But in my other schools, like, no.
Why?
Because they fed us well.
I find it hard to believe that they feed boarding school kids well with the food.
Oh, my schools, when they be taking all that much money, like...
Okay, so you went to them like, my school fees is like $3 million a semester schools.
No! Hey! No.
Okay, I'm exaggerating a bit.
Let's calm down. Please, take like 10 steps back. I mean, it was pricey. I don't know how much it was. Probably like maybe like 1 semester. Not... Wow. Yeah.
3 semesters. Okay. So maybe Gary's is not required at
not even that. Like, there was no provisions and like they didn't. To be fair, they didn't feed us that well. I never liked any of the meals. Like, I don't eat spaghetti now because all 3 of the schools that I went to were terrible. Our Ladies of Fatima didn't feed us well.
Okay, so that means he wasn't drinking Gary like the rest of us in boarding school.
Not in boarding school, but I loved to do it at home. Actually.
Okay.
Do you know what my favorite food is? Beans and plantain and Gary.
Do you like beans and plantain? Can you chop my knuckle? Chop my knuckle. Okay, so let's do this because I have so many questions I want to ask you, right?
Okay.
Before we do, let me ask you this one question.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's an important question. I like you already, even though we're just meeting for the first time. But this question...
You like me?
Yes, girl. But if you answer this question incorrectly, or if you answer it in a way that's not to my favorite, I might,
Jesus. Okay.
So I'm going to ask you one question. Yellow or white?
I think I'll have to pick white.
All right, that means you're drinking white gari today.
Okay. But do you know how they make this? Do you know my house, we don't buy gari. We make it from scratch. So I can actually I fry gari by myself.
Oh shit.
So as you are right now, do you fry gari?
When I go home, I will.
No, see, not PH. I'm talking about like
the gari, cassava. We grind, we peel the skin, like grind it, blend, and then put it in the frying pan. And
so
fry
do you
it.
do it because y'all sell it or y'all do it because
No, we eat our own food. Like we don't rice. Okay,
y'all grow rice.
I don't know. I think we buy rice.
I was about to
but
say.
then everything else, all our meat is like home.
Like y'all slaughter your own meat.
Yeah.
You rear your own cows.
We don't eat cow.
What meat do you eat?
Chicken, fish.
Okay.
Goat.
So y'all have a fish farm in your house?
Like, yeah. We have like a little farm where we just do our
Why won't you have clear skin? I don't understand. When you eating all natural.
I haven't been home in a really long time in Port Harcourt home.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's Port Harcourt home that they make their own food.
So I'm assuming you live in Lagos now, as you are now.
To be fair, I live everywhere.
Jesus. Hell.
Levels.
Global citizen of the world. Shout out to King Perry. Okay, so you're gonna drink white today, but if you had a chance, which one would you drink?
I actually don't. This one I like it because it's oil, and I just want to chew it like bear like that.
You chew Gary Bear?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
slap so.
That is, it's not gonna slap you today. Today,
can I try? Just like try.
Girl, if you want to take a spoon and chomp on that joint, you can even chomp in the microphone, do ASMR, mukbang, all that stuff.
They like this girl's disgusting.
No, I can actually watch those. Actually, guilty pleasure.
I think I've seen the one that the cast of Sex Education did, like an ASMR thing.
This girl's an ASMR of what?
Like
of Gary?
Sex Education.
This Gary
no,
is nicely
Gary.
fried. It's nice and crisp.
What?
Can we just sit here and stare that this girl is chopping?
I'm not the only one that eats Gary raw.
I've heard last week. Shebi was last week. Was it Adakole or who's that said y'all sprinkle Gary on beans?
Yes. Oh my god. Who is that person? I like that person.
I feel like you guys would get along. Actually, he's an up and coming actor. Hey, this girl did that meme.
Such an idiot.
What did she do?
I'm joking.
I said it was an actor. See how her eye just went sultry and flirty.
How tall is he?
No, he's not as tall as you though. But no, he's attractive. He's actually very attractive.
He's not tall. That's it.
Stop. Are you one of those babes?
Yes, I am. I am one of those people. Like,
so you want somebody? So you ideally need a partner that's 6'2" and above.
A tall broke man.
Are you serious?
I will marry an ugly broke tall man. Over.
So if he was a good man, had good money, it would be hypergamous for you to marry this man. Your life would be taken care of. You wouldn't marry him because he's shorter than you.
Okay, no.
Thank you.
Obviously, before height, there's personality, values, and goals.
Is this media trained or this is your real?
I'm telling you, everything I say on it, like, I don't have any training. Like, you forget I'm from Nigeria. Unfortunately, they don't really train us for this stuff. It's natural.
Okay.
I'm cool like that.
Come on. All right, personality.
Yeah, obviously it's like personality. Do you
gel?
Yeah.
Is he eloquent?
And like obviously religion, like we have to mix. So I can't be confusing my kids. You know, if that's good, and you're ugly and poor,
ugliness is subjective though.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you're ambitious, like obviously being poor and you don't have any reason to like make money, bye. But if you're like the kind of person that like there's some people that you just know 1 year from now, this person is going to be sitting in money because they have that kind of
So you can date or you can identify a partner and be okay with potential.
Potential is important because when my mother married my father, he had 0 on him. But now she's chilling. So
did your mother? But have you ever sat down with your mom to ask, like, did you see my father becoming, what he is today when you saw him?
She said she knew it was coming because she had many sutures. She's very beautiful. I'll show you.
It runs in the family. Come on.
But then she chose the one that she felt like gelled the most with her. I think that's number one. Like, is this our religion matching each other? Are we thinking together? Are you ambitious? If you have all of those and you're tall,
is your father tall?
My father's tall, and my mother's also tall.
How tall is your mom?
My mom is 5'11".
Wow, almost like they used to breed beauty queen. Like it's like you have to think about it from beginning. Like, yo, as I am right now, I need to find an ideal partner that has an idea. They do it for basketball. Like I've heard people say like they find partners based on they want to increase the chances that their kids will have the stature of like basketball players or like athletes and stuff. So
people don't think about it. You could also give your child chronic backache. The taller, I want a tall man, but I'm not too tall. My brothers are like 6'6", 6'8". I don't want that.
Oh.
Because if you marry that, you're gonna cause pain to your children. You're gonna have illnesses.
How tall is your dad?
My dad is 5'4", 6'4".
I was about to say 6'4".
Yeah.
With a 5'11" woman.
Mm-hmm.
Are all your siblings over 6 foot?
My sister's short. She's 5'9".
And that's still considered tall for a woman.
Yeah, but she's short in the house.
Sorry, do all of your siblings look like you?
Most of them look better.
Hey, oppression.
I'll make sure a picture of my brother.
Don't off the pod. Okay, let's do this. So you chow this one dry, you chow that one wet. Oh yeah, pour. Let's prepare our gari.
Oh, okay. How do you?
Normally, yep. There you go. Normally, what do you put in your gari?
So do you guys do this thing where you filter the gari with water? My mother would never drink gari without filtering.
Are you? I saw. Was it filtering? I heard
like you put water and then you like
try to see it to get like the top layer of that.
Yeah.
As if you're parboiling rice, parboiling gari, or preparing gari.
Yeah, that's what.
I didn't know that. I'm not doing that today. All these rules I'm learning about gari, I feel bad now.
Where's your salt?
We didn't get the salt. Starting next episode, Nyeka, we're gonna have salt on the table because you're the second person I've spoken to that's like, oh, I drink my gari with salt. Me that cannot fathom doing that. I have to.
No. It's really good. It's good.
You're still chowing this thing dry. Are you a texture person? Like when it comes to food?
Yes.
I can tell.
Yes.
Like if a texture doesn't taste good,
do you know what?
Good in your mouth.
Hate plain like smooth chocolate that doesn't have any nuts
or like crunch in it. I want you to pick up the first fan in front of you and read what you see.
Now or after?
It's already read it now.
Modeling in Nigeria.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. So like I have like a lot of model friends.
Mm-hmm.
I've spoken to a few ones.
Mm-hmm.
And
you used to model. You don't want to add that?
Used to or still does. You better not have quit. I'll be very.
And obviously I model. Like it was just like I was never really signed to anybody.
But that doesn't negate.
I've never been signed to anyone.
Okay, but I haven't really done anything. Okay. Like I just did a few
I
things.
think you're an amazing model, first of all.
You're just whining me.
What? No, I'm not. You know that I love you, right?
After I've spoken to a few and they're like basically the industry is like not so great.
Okay.
Like to quote someone for an industry that's supposed to enhance beauty, they have a weird way of making you feel very insecure and less beautiful about yourself.
Who said that? Shout out to the person. Okay.
So, yeah. So, do you honestly like your experience in the modeling industry, like so far? Because personally, I know that you moved from Yankee to Nige. Then we were modeling already before you came. So, like your transition from
Sorry.
Go ahead.
A transition from like the modeling industry abroad to like Nigeria. How's it been for you so far?
I think definitely I think it's the entire industry that's an issue, not just Nigeria. And obviously doing something elsewhere and then bringing it to Nigeria, you find it's harder here in Nigeria because we don't necessarily have as many resources as the other people.
Because this country's wretched.
It's not because we're wretched.
Okay.
It's not because of that. Say that one more time and I have to.
Oh yeah,
I took Taekwondo.
For real?
No, I did not.
Okay,
look at my big bones.
Okay, so you say that modeling is better in Nice than it is in America. That is interesting.
Like I say modeling in
it's
general, modeling for you.
Definitely
Yeah, that's what I was
for
going to
me.
say.
It's definitely, I'm not gonna lie, I've made the most money I've ever made in my life in this country. So when people are like, "Oh my god,"
so you was getting the big gigs. You was getting
not through modeling, however.
So are you saying you made the most money modeling in Nigeria?
Generally,
that's a different conversation because I can argue maybe I've made more money in Nigeria than I made when I was living in America. But like
exactly.
let's talk about modeling specifically.
Okay, let's
Yeka.
let's do like how you were treated, like how models were treated.
Okay, well, I don't really have much of most of my experience as a model was after I already became MBGN, and obviously people are gonna respect you because you have a title. Before I became MBGN, most of my modeling work here was volunteer. I remember during RI's Fashion Week, I volunteered for that actually. I came there and
I'm lost. You volunteered to walk?
Yes, actually.
What?
Because I went and I auditioned and I was picked, and then they started having all this back and forth. I'm like, well, I came all the way from school for this, all the way from Port Harcourt when my parents said, no, I can't come. I came for this, so I'm going to do it. And I was like, I'll just do it for free, even though...
Dedication.
Yeah, and honestly, it was worth it, I think.
Okay, why?
I love it's a passion of mine, and I will do it.
Was that your first time? Like, was that a Rise Fashion? Was that your first runway experience?
Here in Nigeria.
Okay. So when you were modeling in America, were you signed?
No. And I wasn't necessarily modeling.
What is this? What if you was posing?
Actually, I wasn't doing the modeling for most of the time that I've worked with New York Fashion Week. I've done like couture, but also that was also volunteer.
This is too much volunteering for me.
That was actually also volunteer share work as well. Like I've done Maki-O backstage. Like also like whilst I was in the US, all the things I did was backstage.
Okay. If you're doing volunteer work backstage, okay, I understand that.
And I also did volunteer work on stage.
Okay. Let me shed light on my own experience. So I used to model, but it was definitely not y'all, I like slender evening couture edit. No, that I was creative modeling. Like I was going viral because like I was, just doing a lot of creative shoots. And I remember in America, like some of the models who really paved the way for, back then it was this stigma, like if you're not signed to an agency and you're modeling, you're not a real model, or you're just a social media model and stuff like that. There were a few Black women who were coming up when I started modeling that like kind of set the blueprint for, now you see every babe can model. Like you don't have to be signed. Photographers can reach you directly. Agency production companies can reach you directly. You don't have to have an agent or, be signed to an agency. And there's this one girl from Ghana. Well, she's in America, but she's of Ghanaian descent. Her name is Destiny. Her social media name is Owawa. We're from the same state in America. We both lived in Virginia. Then there's another very beautiful Nigerian girl. Her name is Nyeka, and her social media name is African John. So like these were girls who were like they wasn't signed. I don't know if they went to they tried to be signed and they weren't signed. I remember the only time I went to like castings in New York, I got nosed the whole 9 yards, and I was like, this is not for me. Let me just go model in my small space and be doing what I do. So I was doing that. Then I did a campaign with Jadena like in my senior year of university that went super viral. Then I moved to Nige. And then when I moved to Nige, people kept telling me, oh, if you want to model here, you have to be signed to an agency. You have to do this. You have to. So I mumuishly went to go and, do a casting. And I remember like Beth Models reached out to me and they wanted to sign me. Girl, they did not do jack squat for me, bro. I'm the one that ended up dissolving my contract. And they let me go. Like they didn't argue or anything. But I was just like, why am I've made more money just negotiating things by myself than, working with agencies that don't know how to market you because I have tattoos. I'm not as tall as you. I'm not I'm slender, but like I don't have the standard runway model physique. And I was like, this is depressing. If you don't know yourself, you will feel a type of way when you're not getting picked for castings, when they're not putting you in the right places, when they're making you go to castings where people look at your be like, oh, you have tattoos? God forbid. How can you have tattoos? You're modeling. And it's just like, what am I doing this for? And I left.
That's not modeling industry. That's Nigeria for you. That's our culture.
See, so how do you balance? But it is, isn't it a modeling interesting thing? Because it's only recently you see people like not saying like, oh, you have too many tattoos, you can't model. Oh, you have this, you can't model. So yeah, let me pick up the next fan.
Wow, I don't think I really said anything on this. I actually defended toxic modeling.
You did. See, the conclusion of that fan is, to me, modeling sucks. Yeka still thinks there's hope.
There's hope everywhere.
Yes, there's hope. See, there's the only way I'm putting my hope in this thing is if they make conscious effort on a nationwide scale to like improve the conditions of
think
this sector.
The reason why I think there's hope is because I know that I'm gonna make my own soon, and I'm loving
Touché.
taking notes.
You have something to look forward to.
Yeah, and I know what I'm gonna bring is not gonna be what you have experienced. So,
Well, me, I don't model anymore. You see me every Friday on Jess Finesse Presents podcast.
everybody's a model. Even my grandma's a model.
That one's so day. Okay. So Tenny releases the heartwarming video for her spirit lifting song Hustle. Do you listen to Tenny's music?
Yes. Yes. No.
Okay,
Yeah. What? I love Tenny.
Okay. What's your favorite song?
Hustle.
What?
This girl deserves some
No,
snack.
no, but I love that song.
Oh, have you listened to the album? I haven't actually listened to the album yet.
I'm trying to get the tune and sing it for you
I
guys. so
forgot
you
the
believe
hook
me.
of it.
No, wait. Nobody speak. I'm serious. Dang. Somebody speak, please.
Okay. So I believe you actually heard the song, but she actually dropped the
genuinely
video.
love it. It's really I listened to it and I'm like, oh.
Mhm.
And actually that song, I listened to it when I was experiencing a time of like, what am I doing with my life? And it's like, wait, this is just the hustle part. I mean, you have to go, the gold has to be burnt and it has to melt first before it's like beautiful, like what we see. So
Makes
I'm
sense.
like,
the
yeah.
purification process.
Yeah.
So shout out to TG Omori. He's a really popular director. I don't know if you know who TG Omori is. In case you don't, he's a really dope video director. I don't know if he talked about it when he came here, if he shot this video, but
So.
I know I met him. I was able to meet him some like weeks or like maybe I met with him after he came on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we were just going over his videos and he was like telling me the process behind his videos and stuff. And I remember he told me he had not shot the video yet, but he told me he was shooting a video for Tenny and it was for this song. And he was like, yo, we put out all the stops. And then when I started seeing videos of freaking them trying to put a car, submerge the car in Third Mainland Bridge because they had an accident in the video, I was like, oh, so this is what he was talking about. I like the video. Help me pick up the next fan.
Okay. Aww.
What is it? You can thank Ayo for that.
The Makoko community. Honestly, I'm not gonna praise myself because I still
But you
have
have
a
to
lot
tell
to
us
do.
what it like for people that don't live
They
in
don't
Nigeria, they don't
understand,
understand why that is on there. You have to give us context.
This Makoko is a community that I kind of work with and I kind of volunteer, I guess you can say. I'm actually supposed to be there. Fridays are my days in Makoko, but then I'm here. And it's a community that's underneath the most traveled bridge in West Africa, but yet still I had no idea that it existed until my friend took me to paint the building there. And I'm like, how in the world do we have people that live in a place that doesn't even have a toilet?
Wait, I have a question. Your friend took you to go paint buildings there before or after you won Most Beautiful Girl
Before.
in Nigeria? Okay.
Wait. After. Like shortly after. So I have this one friend that's is a painter. His name is I guess his name, the stage name is
guy
the
name.
Flying Bushman. And
Okay.
he paints, so he just used to like to go there and paint the walls there for fun, like not volunteer work. Like he's like, oh, this is fun. I'm gonna go hang with the kids there.
What do you mean paint? Do you mean paint like a mural?
Like the buildings are painted with nice, beautiful murals.
Oh, okay.
If you see it.
So you had just won MBGN.
Yeah.
And he just took you like
He was just, you know what, I
Did you
saw
want-
the video
Okay.
of what he did. Like I was at Boulevard and I saw the work and I was like, oh my God, this place is pretty. I want to go there. Like I was like, oh my God, is this Nigeria? And I'm like, this is definitely not Nigeria. And then like I went to him and I was talking to him about it and he's like, oh, he's going there this Friday. Let's come with. I was like, oh sure, I'll come with. And then I went there and I was like,
that was your first time at Makoko.
yes. And I fell into the water.
Are you
Oh, for
serious?
real?
Oh.
Oh,
Hell.
wow.
But do you know what's weird now? Like creeps me out sometimes is I'm no longer scared of the water. Like I can literally put my hand
I
in the
would
water.
assume so.
I'm like,
What?
yeah.
Girl, if I put my leg inside gutter, I feel like fainting.
Oh my God, if I put like my leg inside gutter, I feel like I'm gonna scrub my
Just-
skin. Like I'm gonna scrape the first layer off. I'm not even joking.
It's not even to be ignorant because I'm here saying that, oh my God, the water's disgusting. Meanwhile, people that live there, they swim in that water. Children were, the time I went to go visit there, we were giving out textbooks and like reading books to students that went to that school. And like they took us around the area, and then they took us to the actual their floating school. And I was like, these kids is swimming in pitch black water. People are just anyhow, just as if it's like normal. I was so shocked, but it was. I don't want to use the word humbling because that's such a buzzword now. But I was just like, for you to be able to survive in this, you have a resiliency that I don't say we should be proud of it, but like, just like you said earlier, like we're objectively living in Nigeria. There are a lot of struggles we have to overcome, and you can look at it in a negative way. You can look at it as in a positive way because it just means we're just strong as hell. And these citizens of this city, this submerged city, this quote unquote slum, are strong as hell. Since you have Nigerian pride, pick up this Nigerian colored fan and tell us the topic on it.
How was your experience representing Nigeria on a global stage? Bro, like I said, it's something that was my dream since. And like, there's a difference when you're the girl that everyone tells, oh, you're so pretty. Oh my God. And it's like easy. Your confidence has been built since you were small. Mm-hmm. And then being the one that has been in love with something that you knew was clearly impossible because everyone has told you that you were never going to be there. Let me tell you one thing, free of charge. Okay. When I competed at MBGN, I barely wore makeup. I had ugly clothes. It's not about how you look. To me. I mean, some people have this thing in their head, oh, you have to be tall. Fortunately for me, I'm tall, but that is not the reason why that I was crowned. There's a lot of things to say. You said it yourself. Right. I happen to be fair, I never thought I could speak well. I thought I was stupid. I thought, in fact, that's the thing I worried the most about, the way that I spoke. But then people tell me that, oh, you actually speak well because
you're very
actually
eloquent.
It's natural. Do you get it? They don't want you to go sit down and plan. Like they want honest opinions.
Yeah, when but you can't front like there's some people who cannot string sentences together. And it may not sound as sweet.
That's why they didn't win.
But then you say be yourself. But if I don't know how to speak well, I can't be myself. I have to go and train so that I can compete against someone that can speak well.
Okay, that's the thing. That's okay. Okay, you know what? I agree with you. Mm-hmm. When you're coming to compete at MBGN, please learn how to put your own thoughts out. Not Zozie Bini's thoughts out. Because we're just picking people for MBGN.
Yeah.
When you're practicing to talk, when I was going for MBGN, I was like, my sister, because that's something I thought I lacked the most. I thought I didn't know how to speak. And my mother said to me, why are you trying to Layla also said this to me. That's Miss Universe, I think, 2014. Mm-hmm. Do the work and you're going to have something to say. It's not how well you speak, it's what you're saying.
So what is the work?
My mother said, just share your story. And nobody has lived my story. You can't tell me that I made that up. That's what really happened to me. I don't want you to come and learn something and practice what you've seen other people or what you think sounds cool or it has no meaning to you when you say it. Right. When I say everything that I say comes straight from the heart. I didn't practice for this. In fact, I don't know anything about pop culture when they called me here. It's like I'm speaking off my mind. And if anyone thinks that they have to go, learn how to say your own story better. And share it in a way that other people can hear it and understand it.
I'm gonna let you go, and play soccer with our G's at Makoko. But before you go, there's one thing I ask every one of my guests to do. I don't know how much you listen to music, but I would like for you. See, you're gonna find in that your perfect brain that knows the answer for everything. You're gonna find a song by an independent artist that you want the listeners to listen to, as this show rounds up. And if you don't have one, I have one for you.
I don't get it. You want me to
tell us a song? Yeah, recommend a song.
Everyone to listen to.
Mm-hmm. The song will play at the end of this podcast. Mm-hmm. The person can't be signed to a major label. I know so many stipulations or conditions rather. You can pass it to me if you don't have it.
No, I'm not passing it to you.
No, pass it to me.
I'm not passing it to you.
I give you 10 seconds. If not, I'm saying my
Wait,
song.
Let me ask Timmy to send me her.
Timmy, when I say Timmy,
do
you know what Timmy song?
No, she doesn't have an album yet.
Instagram song out.
I don't know if this guy is fine.
Who? Oh, that's interesting. Have you had a non-Nigerian artist? Okay. You know his name?
Jason Kemme.
Please don't let his label come and chase my podcast too. Just give it to me.
No.
Don't be wasting time.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Honest, that's how it is. It has to end with my voice. I am the most beautiful girl. I am the most beautiful. Like that. That's it.
You know what? Nah, I'm overriding her. I'm nominating Mizzle's Sweet Escape to play at the end of this song.
I don't know who that is, and I
don't worry, you will know him soon. You know him soon.
Okay.
EP just dropped today. He's a really good artist. I don't know.
How tall is he?
I don't know. I think he's like. He's tall. He's tall. I think he's at least my height. We know a lot of females.
Okay, tell me.
Can we say it off the pod? I got you. I'll give you a playlist.
No, any female. No. Let them play females music after.
S God dropped an album recently.
What play S God?
Yeah, this is a girl. David, I'll figure out the song that you should play at the end. But S God dropped. Can we do 2 songs? Dang, come on. Okay, fine. We'll play.
Okay, you want to promote your friend? Okay, you can play.
Thank you, beauty queen.
Go.
See, now you know what's even better? Let this. I'm speaking into the universe.
Like no
S God will be on this podcast. Don't worry. When she comes, she will play her song. Don't worry. I'll save it for her. Please play Mizzle's Sweet Escape. This is me. And you just heard the most beautiful girl in Nigeria speak to us for 1.5 hours, and she said she wasn't gonna do it, and look at it, she did. Nyeka, you're awesome. Thank you for joining us today. And without further ado, we are out.